gosh.
I'm just gonna record us for the hell of it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll
Say something interesting.
talk about something. Yeah, say something interesting instead of talking about refresh rates. Oh
Are you
gosh.
still messing with your laptop?
Yeah, I'm not doing. I got it connected though, so it's all good.
Okay. Mm. Doo, doo, doo,
I
doo.
I really would like to uh, play Fizban's Treasure of the Dragons sometime.
Mhm.
It looks really interesting. I don't know if you ended up taking a look at it.
No, I have not. Fizban's Treasure of the Dragon? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's
Oh! Oh, yeah, I have. I didn't realize that.
yeah.
I thought that was a game.
Hell, you may even have digital content of it. But
Knowing Joey, probably.
mhm.
Hmm.
um, so there's one in here called Animated Breath. I was reading about this. Um,
I don't know that.
it's a so the animated breath looks like this. It's
Okay.
really bad.
I see it. I see
Okay,
it.
so it's basically like the dragon breathes out an elemental creature,
Okay. Almost like summons
which I
it.
yeah. So I thought this was really interesting.
So can only dragons have that? Or can like a
Um,
dragon born do that?
if a dragonborn could do that, that'd be freaking
Summon more
awesome.
dragons or something.
Yes. But gosh, I wish I could just like snippet uh like my book without holding it up. Like
No,
I
I
need
get
to I
it.
really need to get the digital content through
Hmm.
D&D Beyond.
I've only got a couple of them, but it's
Yeah.
it's almost counterproductive because Joey has most of them.
I know, but I thought that was really cool.
It is.
I was in the same spot that I got the amethyst dragon from Out of the Abyss.
Hmm. What is my dog doing? Oh, he's being good, actually. Surprisingly, he's being good.
Is there a difference between Tiamat and the aspect of Tiamat?
So typically, Tiamat, if in the story is so it's kind of like the same idea as you shouldn't be able to kill gods in the game of D&D. That was their
Mm-hmm.
initially they wanted you to, but then they changed it because you just become too powerful and it's kind of breaks the game. So
Mm-hmm.
typically in a story of D&D, a pre-written adventure, you fight the aspect of TME like the soul of it, but Tiamat is in impossible to actually kill. Does that make sense?
It's
It's
kind of
like
like the physical manifestation of this god. So it's
yes.
like Jesus.
Yes, because they don't want you to kill Tiamat because Tiamat shouldn't be killed. You stop killing our bad
That's
guys.
that's how we KO'd Jesus, right? Because he was a he was an aspect of God.
I cast fireball. Um, Same concept with like Orcus or I don't know
Hmm.
Baphomet or anybody.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I've just been reading through this and I saw that and I was like, I wonder what the difference is. Gosh. So I've got 120 hertz refresh rate on my phone now with the iPhone 14 Pro.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
you like it?
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
the refresh rate's really it's great. It's a big difference. You get used to it, but
Yeah.
the difference from going to 60 to 120 is massive. It's massive.
Oh, it's extremely noticeable too. And the it's got a 48 megapixel camera now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to go into that argument? Is that what you want to go?
Listen, you're no, I'm not going into that argument. I'm not going into that argument.
Okay.
But it, I don't see a difference when I take the pictures between 12 megapixels and 48 megapixels. It's a nice picture, both, but
it's
I don't see it.
it's cool and all, but you're really not going to notice it. So with those higher megapixel counts, from my understanding, is that they're more meant for like Photoshop. Like you'll notice it
Mm-hmm.
more when you're editing the photos. But if you're just
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, selfie, you're not going to notice a difference between 12 or 48. It might be better quality. You might be able to zoom in farther, but it's minute details.
So there's an interesting graph that I want to show you of the iPhone's um, main camera resolution.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I think you'll find this interesting.
Should I be looking for it as well?
If I can just attach it. There we go. Take a look at that.
Okay. Let me take a look at this. Okay. So, okay, over the course of time.
So this is 10 years of
Over
iPhones.
8, 8, 8, 12, and then it graduates to 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12.
So since 2015, this has been the only upgrade
To the
to the
camera.
main camera of the iPhone.
That's pretty neat. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty Apple-like.
Yeah.
I do know something about your new phone that you might not know.
What's that?
I heard this the other day. So, from what I've understood, is that the iPhone is so if you're God knows you wouldn't be doing this, backpacking, let's say, you're hiking in the woods, off in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. I feel like hiking today.
Yeah.
If you lose signal and it's an emergency, you can
Mm-hmm.
send out an emergency, not necessarily text or anything like that. I mean, dead signal, nothing, and it
Mm-hmm.
will
Mm-hmm.
communicate via satellite. But
Yes.
you have to be out in the open, no trees or nothing like that, and it'll take
Mm-hmm.
15 seconds to a minute or something like that to send even
Mm-hmm.
like a one message. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. So so this is Apple's ploy to get into a completely different business, which is the business of satellite communication. Okay.
mm,
Because do you know who primarily was the big satellite phone communications
no,
company?
no,
Garmin.
okay,
So the day, let me see if we can find it. I got to go to Twitter for this. Um,
do
you'll,
you
I'll just
have an actual Twitter?
I do, but like I don't.
I haven't had a Twitter in probably since
I
2015.
use it to follow Elon Musk.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll screenshot this and show you because so Apple's jumping into this completely different atmosphere, which is um, satellite communications,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you know this, but I have that ability on my phone for 2 years, and then I have to pay for it.
Are you serious? So if you don't pay your fee and
Yes.
oh no, I didn't pay my fee. Oh no, I guess we're dead.
Exactly. So look at this. So the
All right.
day after, or it may have been the day of, Apple released their new phone and they show the satellite technology. Garmin's Twitter responds, "We measure battery life in months, not hours."
That's pretty neat.
Just a dig at Apple,
Yeah.
but it's like yeah, they're going into this market, but Apple's offering something completely different, which is, uh, if you're into that hiking atmosphere and everything
Mm.
like that, it's just like, here's 2 years free satellite communications.
Well, I
Don't buy a
think,
Garmin,
yeah, I think that anybody who's actually into that might do their homework into the matter and have a better idea.
Mhm.
But it's like Apple's trying to get into a market that they don't know. So I don't know. We'll
Well,
see. I mean, your average moron's going to be like, "Oh, Apple does that, and I will buy one." But anybody who does their homework on the matter is going to look, "Oh, maybe this is the better choice."
okay, so
It's like the same thing for
what's
people.
what's Apple's market value? What, like 2 trillion? Let's see,
What is that?
what we got here. Uh,
Isn't that their like estimated net worth or something like that?
yeah, they're like, let's see. Hold on, let me look it up. Apple's net worth. Let's see what we got here. 2.5 trillion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I had $2.5 trillion, I could fucking do anything.
Well, yeah, but nobody has two
Like,
point try.
they could
Yeah,
get into the jewelry business if they wanted to, and like nothing's stopping them.
right. But $2.5 trillion doesn't mean they have 2.5 trillion in like their bank account. It's all their buildings, the ground they're standing on. It's everything. Their assets.
Okay, so let's look up a better estimated, which is cash on hand. Let's see. So they have 48.23 billion cash on hand,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually a decline from last year, which was 62 billion cash on hand. That's still
They took a loss
that's
after
like
being hit
that's
by
a
Garmin.
that's still an I don't know. They're going to dominate probably almost any market that they get in.
Oh,
The
for
only thing
sure.
I really feel that they're really struggling with is Apple Music.
Yeah, because well, I mean, every big streaming service now has their own service. YouTube,
Well,
Red,
Spotify's still the big one.
Spotify's big. Apple Music. There's Prime Music. There's YouTube
Yep,
Red.
yep,
There's
yep,
Google Play Music or whatever. There's a bunch of shit. I mean,
yep.
everybody's got one. Um, I have YouTube Red, and that was I bought that YouTube thing because I started looking at ads several years ago, and it
Mhm.
just came with it. I didn't even realize until after the fact. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
guess I'll use that.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought real quick.
Okay, okay. I mean, it's expensive, and I probably should stop paying for it because I fucking hate YouTube. But um, I don't know. I do like their music. Speaking of which, I can just click it and look up anything I want. I still think it uses YouTube's algorithm though to determine things you've liked versus similar tastes. Who knows? I'm sitting here chugging water.
Okay. So you may have already heard this, but if you haven't, I'm going to share it anyway. The Pepsi halftime show. You hear this?
Yeah, yeah,
Is no more.
yeah. They got somebody who did that? Who
Apple Music.
Apple Music? Yeah.
Is there,
Well, there's no.
so they basically said we don't have the market shares of people buying into this, so we'll just make them.
Yeah. Well, let me give you another example of such a thing. The NFL Thursday night football has been for years. I mean years. Been with like CNBC or NBC and whatnot. So I could,
Hmm.
and if you're in a hospital, for example, we came across this the other night when we were at the hospital. Um,
Hmm.
we're we were trying to put football on for Haley's dad, and
Hmm.
but Thursday night football is no longer on CNBC or NBC anymore because Amazon bought the fucking rights to it. So you have to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday night football. It's
This
Ridiculous.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I mean, I'm not going to be the one that starts like, oh, these monopolies have to crash down because I love all of them. They give my life so much more value.
I don't. Some of them I hate.
So there's a I need to find out who said this, but I heard it like a few weeks ago. I think I was listening to a YouTube channel or something like that, and
Hmm.
just like driving home, and they were talking about how millennials don't have a whole lot of money. You know, how we kind of live literally paycheck to paycheck.
Hmm.
But the guy that was talking, I think he was an help me,
Economics
economic,
professor.
yeah, something like that. And he said that the value of our lives has increased like hundreds of fold. And so he used this by asking one simple question. He said, how much money would it take for you to stop using the phone in your pocket for the rest of your life? So, like, before I move on, so how much money would it take for you to get rid of your phone for the rest of your life? How much money?
Um, I guess there's some determining factors on that. It would take more than just money. Like if I had the
I'm Jeff Bezos, and I say, Jay Beeman, I'm going to give you any amount of money you want, but you have to give up your phone for the rest of your life. That's the
Mhm.
only clause. Only clause. You can do whatever you want with the money, but you cannot have your phone or try to do some sneaky ways of getting a phone, with the money. But you cannot have a phone at all for the rest of your life. How much money would it cost you to just get rid of your phone?
um, I don't know. I couldn't put a value on that. Not, and it's not that I value the phone tremendously. It's more of the
Mhm.
utility behind it. So what I think of
Right.
is, I think of two things. Two. Period.
Hmm.
Is
Hmm.
being able to call or text my wife,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
work. That's it. That's
Yep.
what I think of. Anything else I could get rid of. I'll write you a fucking letter in the mail. Jesus. Dearest Peyton.
So here's the thing the guy finished saying. He said he could not find a person that would give it up for less than $5 million. So he could not find one person that would give up the phone less than $5 million.
I could do it for way less than
And
that.
like for me, maybe you can, but like me personally, like really thinking about it, and that's a lot of utilities to give up, like instant communication, entertainment, GPS. I mean, the photos. I mean, anyway, I go on, but
No, no, no. I agree.
and so he goes on to say that although I've paid $1,000 for my iPhone 14 Pro, okay, the value of it, and it fluctuates, but the value of it is worth more than $5 million. So this is what he uses to compare the millennial life versus I don't know, whatever it was before, Gen X or Boomers or
Hmm.
whoever. Um, the value of our lives now versus then.
Yeah.
Just on this simple phone thought, it doesn't go into medical or dental or, food, all the other stuff that, may be better, maybe worse. I don't know. But just think about it that way, like that you have a product that you struggled putting a value on, even though it has a literal value to it,
Correct.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just an interesting thought process.
But that's human nature, though. Because let me give an example. Um,
Okay.
let's say. Oh, okay. Let's go back to. Let's say there was at the invention of the wheel. Let's say there was highly intelligent, personal people just talking about this, and it says, since that wheel was invented, we seem to be quite dependent upon it. Do you think your life would be changed if I could take that wheel away? Is there an amount of money I could put on you using that wheel? And well, and that person might be feeling the same thing about that with the phone, because infinitely more. Your life is more accessible and capable with that device than without. But there is the kind of a fine balance between like dependency and like emotional dependency and then necessity. And I think people today lean more towards emotional dependency rather than necessity.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Am I making sense on that? I think so.
No, I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Your tools, your luxuries become your necessities eventually.
Yes. Hmm. Interesting thought. So, here's something completely left field. This is one of the topics I wrote down.
Okay,
You might as well just call this ADHD podcast.
that's fun. Talk about whatever.
Yeah. So, have you seen AI art creation?
I swear to God, I was watching this 2 nights ago.
Okay. So
Yes,
you know.
it's
So
this.
I download an app
Yeah.
to try it.
Hmm.
Have you tried this?
No, I used an actual professional made AI generator online where they sell
Mhm.
APIs and things like that. They use it for
Yeah.
many things. Um, Go ahead. I will explain what I saw after you.
No. I just you go ahead this time.
It it was really good to a certain extent. When it would try to render people, like I want to see Peyton Crouch or I want to say
Hmm.
Jim Bob Joe, it would
Hmm.
like it uses data on the internet to construct an image of what it thinks that should be, and it's usually really
Yes.
weird, especially when it tries to render people. Like the one I saw
Yes.
was Elon Musk, um, and it was like it was Elon Musk. You could tell, but it was like really odd and it almost disturbing looking.
Yes.
So they're not
Yes.
perfect. They're really not perfect when they're trying to do people. It's more abstract thinking. Like I don't know.
I
Is
think
the
the
is
most
this?
disturbing thing is like when they like talk about like the end of times,
Mhm.
like you know what like somebody typed in like what's going to be the outcome of the war in Ukraine, and it shows like one man standing isolated behind an apocalyptic scene,
Mhm.
and it's like oh my god.
Yeah, because it's using it again. It searches the internet for data on that matter, so it's searching those
but
keywords: war,
but then
Ukraine.
then you get shit like this. So here we go.
Let's see
Can you
it.
guess what this was?
Um, I'm going to guess peanut butter and jelly Rubik's cube.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
That's pretty good. That's spot on.
yeah. That's actually a pretty neat picture. I like that.
So this is using the Dolly 2 like AI generator, which is
Hmm.
like the big boy, I guess.
Hmm.
Um,
The one I
and,
used was called Face Hugger.
mhm.
Yeah. It was from
Seeing if
it was from a company called Face Hugger, I believe.
I'm gonna pull up. Oh, this one's just funny. Look at this.
Borat as Doctor Strange. I like this one. What in the world?
Very nice, but I must send you back.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's pretty good. I like that.
But like I don't know. It's really interesting when you like talk about the plausibilities. Like here's one where like somebody talked like typed in like greener cities,
Greener cities.
and yeah, and
Okay.
you know take this picture as it is, but how far AI is advanced? Like we're not talking about more of the color green,
Hmm.
you know, or more trees. It takes like this looks like a dystopia without fossil fuels.
Mm.
Like, think about
You
that.
mean a utopia?
Utopia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Um,
Uh, without fossil, like, think about how AI's
how far
just
they've come? Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
definitely. I don't know. Some of them are kind of sketchy to a certain extent. Um,
Oh, I agree.
there's I it's interesting stuff. I think there's problems with people implementing AIs and programs into modern day life. What in God's name am I even looking at?
Can you guess what that is?
Human Ronald McDonald?
In what setting?
Shit, I don't know. Chick
So
Fil
far,
A?
you're right. No, no.
I have no idea.
It says so. The caption on this: a still of Ronald McDonald in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, based in 1987.
Ronald McDonald in Star Trek. It's a fine outfit. He looks good. What in the world, man?
Isn't that fucking nuts?
That is nuts.
but then somebody typed in that that specific of a.
That's very odd.
Oh gosh, that's great. That's great.
Ronald McDonald in Star Trek. Alrighty.
Oh.
I'm out of water. What the heck? Oh well.
Gosh, man, I could just look at these all day.
I know
These are
it's
just so
addicting.
interesting.
I want to see
Yeah,
more.
seriously.
Let's go over your topics. What else have you got on there?
Hold on, I just got one
You
more,
got
and
one more? Okay.
this one, it's not really funny. It's just like, we talk about like them deciphering the words, but like this one, it's like they wanted a Raphael painting of a child eating pizza,
Okay.
and yeah, it's funny, but like think how it like distincts like the
Mm-hmm.
picture you just saw versus this.
Mm-hmm.
It just the art type. I don't know. That's just really cool.
Yeah.
That's just really cool.
It's well done.
Yes.
To an extent. I mean, that Ronald McDonald, though, is fucking bananas. I like it.
Oh gosh. What do you think about the metaverse?
I um I find that to be a thing that doesn't affect me or anybody my age or older.
You don't
Because
think it's gonna
no,
impact our lives?
no. I didn't say that. I find that it doesn't affect me because I don't use it.
Hmm.
But that doesn't mean it's not going to affect the world. Like I have the Quest 2 headset. In fact, it's sitting
Hmm.
around here somewhere. And do I use their stupid VR chat communication garbage and talk to pedophiles? No, I don't do that because
Hmm.
that seems to be there's a lot of pedophiles on there. Um, seems to be a persistent problem for some reason. But no, I all I do on it is I play games or actually that is all I do. I don't.
So, I don't. Have you ever read the book Ready Player One or seen the movie
I saw the movie. I never read the book.
based? Okay, so you get the idea. Somebody goes into this, you know, alternate universe and
Mm-hmm. Yes.
plays video games. Um, do you think that that's going to be a future that we could be in? They have
I.
some of the stuff
It
kind
could
of
be.
vaguely where you can run, you can actually run, and your character will run.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, they've got haptic
Um,
feedback suits now, which are really
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I freaking
but
want one.
it's not. What am I looking for? What I'm asking is, do you think that there's going to be a point where reality and virtual reality are going to be hard to distinguish themselves against?
No, maybe, but that's beyond our lifetimes, and I don't. I can't even comprehend it. And
You don't, you don't
there's
think so?
no because there's an actual I don't know if it's an equation or whatever, or a theory or whatever it is. It's what is it called? It's gonna bug me. It's where a robot looks. Um, there's like a spectrum of what a robot looks to human versus less human. Does that make sense? And they're in the.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm talking
yeah.
about?
I've seen that. I've
There's
seen that.
what is that called? I can't remember. Um, the point is, God, it's gonna bug me what that's called. At a certain point, we're gonna hit that threshold where it's too creepy looking. It's too
Is it the
fake looking.
uncanny valley?
Uncanny Valley. So
Okay, okay, yeah.
that's what I'm referring to. Where
I'm looking at this right now. This is interesting.
yeah, go ahead. It is an interesting read. Go ahead and read it. Actually, I'm gonna refill my water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, this is interesting.
I'm back. Blow
This
my
is
nose as
interesting
well.
because this is really interesting because it's not just robots. Like they're talking about like in movies like Shrek and Cats,
Yeah.
uh,
Um,
and it's
it
often used in horror films.
yes. Um, it's like the separation between oh that looks fake and dumb, and I can understand that it's fake and dumb,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna put aside my disbelief, my what's the phrase? My disposition towards reality, I guess, and
yeah,
understand that I'm
yeah,
watching a film. But the closer it gets to where it's seamless, but that round right before it, it's just creepy looking. It's real creepy looking, and it is common in horror films, from what I've heard.
yeah. Speaking of horror films, took the girls went on a double date, and I chaperoned. We saw Smile this weekend.
The hell is that? Smile?
It's this scary movie that just came out with the um, this demon that like demon or some sort of I don't know ghost that
Mm-hmm.
possesses people and they smile like really creepily.
Okay,
But it gets really dark.
gotcha.
um, there is a scene in this movie like I've seen in no other horror film that like uh, I'm like I had to like do one of these
Really?
because it just like it made me yeah really really so spoiler alert. Do you want me to tell you or
Sure.
so the main gal she's a psychiatrist works at a mental health hospital and patient comes in and she kills herself in front of her like real creepy like and everything and she dies And so you find out later in the movie that that is how the spirit is passed. The person kills themselves in front of another person, and then that person now is being affected by that demon or ghost or whatever it is.
Okay.
And so she has nightmares. She's seeing people. You know, there's all the characteristics of jump scares and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's trying to diagnose herself through the whole entire movie. And so she lives alone with her cat, and she has a boyfriend, and that's about like her only family besides her sister, who's
Mm-hmm.
kind of her sister's kind of this uh, middle class stay at home mom.
Okay.
You know, real prissy. Um, why would you work at a mental hospital? You know, that's just so beneath you. You could become a rich doctor. You know, and kind of like that. And so her sister keeps inviting her to her son's birthday party,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "I can't do it. I got to work." Well, the demon is affecting her mentally, and it gets to the point where her boss is like, "You need to take a week off," and so she's like, "Okay, I'll take a week off." So she takes a week off. She now has time to go to this birthday party. Okay, so she goes to her sister's birthday party, and a bunch of people there, and so they're handing out presents to this like 7-year-old boy, and he gets to opening hers. And so he opens her present, and flashback, you see her buying a toy train for him for his birthday, but he pulls out the cat, now dead and mauled. And so everybody's like freaking out. The kid's freaking out, and like she's, you know, it's her cat, like her only like family basically. And so she's mortified, she's crying, and then she trips over uh like something and like falls through a glass table. And now she's like cut up and bloody, and she's like, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy. And then she sees like the demon in the room, and she's like, does anybody else see her? And I'm like, this is messed up. Like, as a pet owner.
Yeah.
But like by far the most unsettling scene in the movie that I've seen in a while. But yeah, anyway.
I'm not a big horror movie fan. Depending,
I don't like him either.
there's some I really like, and they're usually like more abstract. Like I really like the classics. I love The Shining. I love The Shining.
The
Um,
Shining's good. I like The Shining.
or let's see, It. Even the horrible 80s.
Eh,
Yeah. Uh,
yeah, it's okay.
yeah.
Don't like the book, but yeah,
Yeah. There's a. That's a book.
some shit in that book.
Yeah. Goodness.
Gosh.
Um, Trying to think of other ones that I really do enjoy. I don't know. But the reason I mention that is because did you know that? And I'm sure you do know this. Um, Horror movies are the cheapest to make yet most profitable. Some of the like, I could put in the least amount of money and get the most out of it.
Yes, I've heard such a thing.
Um, for example, like Paranormal Activity, that very first one. Who somebody like they made this like cheap ass film, and then some big
Yes.
producer came along. He's like, "You've got money here. Come with." I just happen to have a CGI company who works for me, and blah blah blah. And then they shit on gold toilets now.
So Paranormal Activity made 193 million.
Mm-hmm.
I
How
don't know
much
if
did
that's to date or,
look how
but
much it
that's what I'm
cost?
looking up next.
Look how much it cost to make though.
You want to take a guess?
I'm gonna guess less than 100 grand.
You're right. So it made 193 million, whatever I just told you.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to be more specific?
I'm gonna say 33,000.
Very close. Almost $15,000 on the dot is how much it cost.
Really. And then they made almost $200 million.
That is crazy.
Statistically speaking, they make more money with less money put in. It's just because the horror genre is so big and beloved. A lot of people like horror movies.
Like now that I think about it, like Paranormal Activity,
Like,
cheap camera because it's a whole movie, right?
yeah,
Um, and 90% of the film, it's like quiet scenes where the couple's like sleeping, and it's like the tense, quiet, 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 boom, and everybody
yeah.
goes ah, and then yeah, and then it's quiet.
That's why it's so cheap
God,
to
I haven't
make.
seen that movie. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever, but I remember. I think like half of the film was just
Yeah,
watching the couple sleep.
yeah. Which is a little bizarre. Hey, honey, something weird's going on. I'm going to leave this camera on right here and watch us while we sleep. All right. Time out.
Yes,
I'm going to mute myself for a second. I got to blow my nose.
no, you're good. So I guess the next question is, what would be the most profitable movie ever?
The most profitable?
Mm-hmm.
That would probably
And
would
I'm
be.
talking ratio of production to
I
like
don't know. Like
revenue.
little money to profit. I don't know. It'd have to be Paranormal Activity or like the Blair Witch Project or something like that. At least that's my guess. God, I hate being sick. Oh, it sucks. I can hear it how nasally I am.
Blair Witch initially was only $35,000,
Yeah, and it's mostly shaky cam of a fucking woods.
and it's earned $249 million
Yeah,
globally.
and then a remake
Yeah,
and a sequel.
paranormal paranormal activity 15,000. Trying to read another article here, so I'm sure the number is going to be a little bit off.
Yeah, probably.
193 million. I think that's what I said earlier. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
193 million. So realistically, I mean, both of them are
Very
both
much
of them
up
are
there.
horror movies.
Yeah,
You know.
that's an investment I want to do. I'd give up 15 grand to make $193 million.
Well, it's like that movie Smile that we just went and saw. I mean, like it
Yeah.
had some CGI moments, but like we followed two actors.
Well, look that up though. Look that film up though. What did it cost to make versus what the current estimated value of it, profit that it's made. I bet it cost less than $30 million. I bet it cost less than that.
Okay, so this movie Smile, it's got a lot of CGI. $17 million budget,
Yeah,
which is pretty low,
for a big
you know,
a
for a
big
movie
block.
budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a blockbuster
Um,
movie.
so and it just came out. Let's see, Smile movie, money made or box office. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Box office to date. So right now in North America, it's made $49 million
Yeah.
and 40 million over, so like $80 million.
Yeah. So they've tripled their money.
Man, maybe we should look into investing in scary
Horror
movies.
movies. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah,
crazy.
seriously,
They
that's
make
interesting.
money.
I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is interesting.
and it's because people like horror movies. It's you can count on it every year. So you can count it more than the
Hmm.
4th of July, more than maybe not Christmas, but like Memorial Day, Labor Day, all the big holidays. Halloween sells money. It sells.
Yeah, but both girls wanted to take their
Yep.
boyfriends to go
Yep.
see a scary movie,
Hmm.
not because they cared about the content, but because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
me hold your arm
You're
tightly, you know.
damn right. You are exactly right.
What was that movie series with uh they made it like legal to murder people one day out of the year?
The Purge. The Purge.
Purge. So that's more of a thriller, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I never watched any of them past the first one.
So it was only three. That was only $3 million to make the first one.
And
Purge.
I bet 1.5 of it went to Ethan Hawke.
Okay, 3 million to make it. 64 million
Yeah.
revenue at the bottom. That's nuts.
Oh, this reminds me. A bit of information. My parents,
Hmm.
they showed. Look up if you get a chance. Look up the trailer for a Western film called Cold Crest.
That's
Should be a Western like trailer. Any luck?
Goldcrest.
Maybe Gold Crest, Cold Crest. I will look myself. I want to say it was Cold Crest.
Oh, I think I found it. Did it come out in like 2017?
No, no, no. This is new. You might not be able to find it. I want to say it was Cold Crest. Cold Crest. I don't know, but there's a film coming out called Cold Crest or something like that. My
Hmm.
dad showed me the trailer. That film was made 7 miles from their house. Yeah.
In Blackford County.
Yep. It would be no. It might be into Grant. I think Grant.
What?
No, it might. I don't
It's
know.
got to be like indie film.
Yeah, it's a small budget. Yeah, but there was a guy. I don't know his name. He had a plot of land. He owns like I want to say 30 to 50 acres, and three and a half of it's a pond and whatnot. And they filmed an old western on his land. Uh, and mom and dad they were over there because dad knew him from some time ago. I don't know, but they were telling him
Hmm.
about it, and they're just happened to. He said, "Hey, this is a film that was filmed on my property. Check this out," and it was just kind of interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, coming from the
I have to find it.
Midwest.
Cold Crest Western
Oh, I found it. I found it. Here, I'll send you a link. Here,
film.
there you go.
Is that it? That is not it. Such an ass.
I'm on part two.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I found it. What's your next topic, sir?
Did you send it in the chat?
Did I see it? Yeah, I saw it, you asshole.
No, 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 no. Did you send it in the chat? Like, did you find it and send it?
No, no, I didn't.
Oh, well, if you do, send it. I'm interested to check that out.
I will. I'll try and find it. I might have to text my dad about it.
It's interesting.
But... Oh,
Do you want to pick one? Because
I've got one to talk about. I've got one to talk
yeah, go
about.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So I I have a couple of different hobbies that really interest me. We, obviously do Dungeons and Dragons. I like guns a lot.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I keep up with news, even though I'm not going to buy it. I keep up with computer tech.
Yeah.
Have you seen,
Yeah, you send me Linus Tech tips every once in a while.
yeah, Nvidia, their new GPUs and whatnot?
Mm-mm.
So Intel recently got into the GPU market, um,
Oh,
called
okay.
Intel Arc. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
they're like very very entry level graphics cards, but they compete with like even some of the up to date, like I don't know, RTX 2060, 2080, 20 whatever. But
Hmm. Hmm.
for like I think their highest end GPU is like $350 at max
Okay.
for a decent graphics card. So if you don't have a lot of money, you can get a pretty decent graphics card for between $290 and $350. Now,
That's a good market.
yeah, it is. Nvidia's and AMD is guilty of this as well because they've done it as well over the last few years. The
Hmm.
price has astronomically grown for what like their flagship models. I bought
Hmm.
a flagship graphics card that in this computer right now back in 2016 or something like that, and I think I
Hmm.
paid $1,000 for it. And over the course of
Yeah.
time, they've increased. So now their flagship model is almost $1,700, brand new out of the box. $1,700 for a
Jeez.
graphics card. It's
Jeez.
and there's just memes and people hating on Nvidia, but there's also people who are just dumb enough. It's like, well, I need the next one. I'm going to go buy it. And there's a bunch of memes about this, but the best one I've seen was uh, it was a board member asking one of their clients or asking one of their coworkers. It's like he's describing like with a bulletin board, like like a whiteboard, and it shows a
Hmm.
guy like, "Boy, I have so much money in my pockets. In fact, it keeps falling out of my pockets. Won't someone rid me of all this money?" It chimes back to the board meeting. He's like, "So that's how I imagine our client base is, And
So
there's funny.
do you think that do you think there's market growth for gaming PCs the way that gaming streaming is going?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think
You think so?
I
Let me rephrase it. Do you think the market is going to decline and then stabilize,
in
or do you
gaming
think we're gonna continue going up like we have been?
in gaming PCs, like with
Mm-hmm.
parts and whatnot. Um, well, I think it'll take a dive at some point because obviously war tensions in the world going on right now with
Yeah.
China wanting to murder everybody in Taiwan, um, which is where most of our silicon manufacturing is coming from. Um,
Right. Right.
but no, I think it'll keep growing if it isn't inhibited. Now, when you see growth, a normal generation is about
Mm-hmm.
a 20 to 30% improvement, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
In recent years, it's been a little less, maybe 15 to 20. But
Mm-hmm.
as of late, like this last year, as well as this new generation, NVIDIA specifically, they've dramatically jumped each year.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2080 Ti was a like 50% increase in power capability.
Mm-hmm.
3090 Ti was like 60%. This 4090 is like another 40 or 50% more in this recent years. But I swear to God, have you ever seen what a 4090 Ti looks like? How big it is?
I have no idea.
Let me
I'll look right now. I'll look right
look
now.
look at just someone's hand next to a 4090 Ti, a graphics card for a computer. They're enormous, and it takes like 3 slots.
Holy crap! Yeah, that's big.
Mm. I have a big graphics card, and it doesn't take near that. But
I just think with gaming streaming, like the other day, my daughter wanted to play Minecraft Dungeons. I don't know if you're familiar with the game.
I am. I am.
Okay, it wasn't installed on the Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
so I said, "Here, connect it to your phone." So she takes her Xbox controller, connects it to her phone. and then I just click stream, and she's playing Minecraft Dungeons on her phone
Hmm.
with the
Yeah,
Xbox
stream it. Yeah.
Game Cloud, whatever it's called. But
Hmm.
I'm like, I really think that right there is going to replace a lot of consoles.
Instant. Yeah, probably. Long term
I
wise.
think like us, our generation, I think we'll probably stick to our guns. But I think with this new generation where it's like they want instant.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think computers will ever go away. For one thing, that's what they're made with.
Oh no, no, no. I just meant like I think the market's just going to shift. You
Towards it.
know?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
there's a lot of
yes.
examples of that, and I
Like
mean,
Samsung's TV. Seen that?
no, Samsung
The yeah, I think it's Samsung. It's a new TV with Xbox uh, Cloud or
Cloud
whatever it's called.
built
Yeah,
into it.
hold on.
Isn't it though? Wouldn't it be classified as just another streaming service, kind of like Netflix is?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, Xbox gaming on your Samsung Smart TV, no console required.
Yep, I believe it.
It's an Xbox app. You just connect your controller and you start playing.
Hmm.
If you have a strong enough internet connection,
Yeah,
why not? You know,
I mean
it's
maybe.
just crazy to me.
Gaming on the fly though has been a growing trend for a long time
Yeah,
since like the PlayStation Portable and Game Boys and whatnot. It's just gotten better and better and better. Um,
yeah,
I've never been a fan though. Um, like I have a Nintendo Switch, and I know you do
I,
too. I don't,
yeah,
but I don't pick up my Nintendo Switch and I go and play it. It's usually it's on the TV though. We play it on the
yeah.
TV, but I don't know. I'm different than
And
most
that's why I
people,
say I think it's a generational thing.
probably.
I don't think it's for us, but either maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll sway our minds down the road. But
It could
yeah.
be. It could for sure. Um, but I don't know. There's always going to be backlash too, though. Because
Oh, of course, of course.
let me give a great example. And I know you've seen it, but it's always hilarious to talk about. Is Diablo at their BlizzCon event where they got
Yeah.
literally booed on their own stage at BlizzCon about
Yes.
making Diablo immortal. Well, it's only mobile.
I've played the mobile game. I don't know if you
I
have.
have too. Have you watched? Oh my gosh, that is a money funnel for oil barons' kids in the Middle East. It's not even an exaggeration. It is. It is. That's a fact, though. There is a growing trend. I watched a documentary on this. There is a growing trend. So if you have a background in psychology, you
Okay.
have new job prospects, and that is in mobile gaming markets to make their marketplace as addictive as possible
Ah.
to draw you in. That is a
Okay.
growing
Yeah.
market.
It's fucking nuts.
It is nuts. My cousin, he does software. He does computer software for casino slot machines
Mhm. Mhm.
in Illinois. I don't
Mhm.
know who he works for, but he lives in Illinois, and I'm sure he does it remote. Um, Very similar stuff. Addiction, like sit there. Oh, I got rewarded. I got to see,
Yeah.
and there's an incredible,
No, that makes sense. It's like
yeah.
the machine. I listened to a podcast over like the addicting sounds that a slot machine makes.
Mm,
You know,
coins falling.
even when you're losing, it sounds in your brain like you're winning.
Hmm.
They go into like what bad sounds are versus good sounds and how it releases dopamine and even the lights on the machine. Like even though you're winning or you're losing it's like stimulating your brain in such a way. that you still think you're winning or just having a fun time at giving it money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's really interesting if you get into
yeah.
that stuff.
There's good specifically on Diablo Immortal. I'd have to look it up. The addictive nature. Let me look this up so I can share it to you. There it is. The Immoral Design of Diablo Immortal by Josh Strife Hayes. It is a fantastic video.
Yeah, send that to me. I want to watch that.
Let me. Immoral Design. Yes. Is this the one or is it this?
In this video,
I'm not gonna play it. Yep. So it's them playing like Diablo 3, I believe. And let me just copy that. Copy. And then I'll send it to you. I think this is how I do it. I don't know how you've been doing it.
I've just been sending them directly. It says that their target audience is not healthy.
No, it's the Asian market.
Like mental, yeah, and people that really struggle with addiction.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I put it in the general chat. I'm not sure how to send it to you directly. It wasn't letting me do it.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, yeah, I got it.
But if you ever get a chance, it's like 40 minutes long, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But it is fantastic and informative on how they designed that game and how addiction is implemented into it. It's just bananas.
Fucking crazy.
But I played it for a little bit, and it's actually a fun game to a certain point.
I liked it. I liked it I played it. I didn't play it a lot, but I put probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours into it.
Yeah, well,
which is it's some serious playtime for a mobile game.
Yeah, I put in probably 40 hours into it, and then I stopped playing.
Okay, so you're much more in depth. Yeah,
I deleted it. I didn't play it anymore because the game is actually quite fun up until about level 40. At about level 40, you can level up to I think 60, but about level 38 to 60, your level progress from just doing what you've been doing drastically, and I mean really drastically, slows down. And then you're encouraged to do daily activities through a
yes.
What do they call
That's why I stopped. Is all the daily activities. And it's like I'm like, this is just,
you get most of your XP by completing those daily activities and things of that nature.
Yes.
Rather than just playing the game like you have been. It changes halfway through the game. It's bananas.
Gosh. I think I'm gonna have to call it here.
Oh, that's fun. No worries. But, I would say it was pretty successful. Hang on a second.
That's funny. Go ahead.
Hang on. Sorry about that.
I think we'll have to. I think we have like kind of like two forms of media here. It's like if we do a podcast, I think it should be maybe not so much D&D. We can talk about D&D, but it seems like
we talk about whatever.
We're just kind of all over the place. Yeah. So maybe there's that form of like what we're doing, and then like something related strictly to D&D. I don't know, but
I don't know. It's
I
fun.
love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. But
leave him alone. Anyway,
I'm gonna try to like throughout the week, like just make some like notes on like stuff to talk about.
I can do the same.
And then like maybe an hour a weekend or every other weekend, we could just sit down and just chat.
It'd be a good
just
idea.
Throw it out there.
Yeah.
If you want. I'm down for it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I'm
Yeah.
dealing with my dog. Stop it.
Yeah, you're good.
Leave the cat alone.
But I gotta hop off here and
That's
get off
fine.
Halo, so
Okay. I will talk to you later, man.
Yeah.
Hey, here we go. I don't know what we're calling this thing, but I'm gonna for right now, Misfit, whatever.
yeah, throw it out there.
Misfit, whatever. Can I what? I'm gonna title it as
can you,
Misfit,
add
whatever.
it? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Misfit, whatever. Yes,
Whatever.
That's perfect.
Misfit,
That's
whatever.
perfect. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll do that. I will
Ties
title
right
it.
in.
Yep, there we go.
That's perfect.
But before you get off here, do you need a I have a since I got the new camera, I have another camera. Do you want a camera?
Sure. I mean, if you got one that's, I don't want to burden you, but yeah, sure, that'd be awesome.
You're using your phone though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's a 1080p camera. It's just this is a better one, and since I upgraded, I don't need the old one. Do you want it?
Yeah, that'd be sure.
Perfect.
Sure.
Off topic. Off topic. I just thought I'd mention that.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Anyway.
But
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, and I'll chat at you later.
Later, man.
See ya.
See ya.